Hello, everyone. This is Jimmy Cultist back again with, well, I suppose, what might be considered another stealth video. Although this kind of goes a bit further than just stealth, but you'll see what I mean. This is going to be useful in almost any game you might come up with. But basically, what I'm trying to invent here is a method of making AI not bunch up with each other, as requested by a fan. Because often in video games, even in highly polished ones actually, at least depending on what era of video games we're talking about, there's a tendency for AI and such to, sort of occupy the same space like this, and run together and all that sort of thing. But what I'm trying to create is a world in which AI don't collide with one another. And I think we can do this quite simply using a cylinder. I'll explain how it works. First of all, we're going to need it set on stamp shape. And we're going to need a mirror tool. And we are going to need a mirror tool. And basically we're just going to create this this cylinder here. Make it smaller. And make it very wide. About that wide should do. We could also make it thin because it's going to be colliding with the other cylinders on an equal level, so it doesn't have to be thick. We'll leave the physics the same. And all the other stuff. Maybe increase the density. And we're going to make it invisible, of course. And what we want it to collide with, preferably, is only itself. So we're going to have to label it something specific. We could label it object, perhaps. I'm not sure if we've already labeled these fellows foes. Okay, we have labeled them foes. So they don't collide with foes. Now let's scope in. We may be able to do this all with one label. Alright, it is inside. So, by simply labeling it foe and labeling it so that it collides with foe, it probably shouldn't create any complications. Now it does create complications in terms of it collides with our friend here. But I think in this case we could simply just make it so our friend doesn't collide with foe, and that would solve the issue. We still weirdly collide with them anyway, so it doesn't matter, I think. Now that we've done this, let's try making two of them and seeing if they bunch up together. Now, we better get both their attention. Unfortunately, they do collide with one another. We'll make it so that they collide with foe, and perhaps this will solve the issue. But basically, by doing this, the AI cannot bunch up. Now, one small thing I might advise is making it just a little bit smaller, because although we don't want the AI to bunch up, it's a bit ridiculous when they can't be within, like, 5 feet of one another. See, that's pretty, there are some oddities to it, but overall I'd say it works pretty good. Yeah, I think that works okay. Wonder what happens if one of them is non-collidable. Seems like they still, what happens if both are non-collidable? I'm just curious at this point. Actually, they don't bunch up that bad even when they are, even when they just got a minor hitbox, they're not so bad. But just in case, this big radial pizza method is another thing you can use. And honestly, that's all I've got for you, you know? That's pretty much how to keep enemies from bunching up. There's probably some more complex methods. But you want to kind of keep your thermo reasonable if you're going to be making a halfway decent game, so I would highly advise the most simplistic methodology possible to solve this issue, which is just an invisible piece of material, as I've demonstrated. You have to keep your labels straight, of course, and make sure that your player isn't, you know, coming into contact with those things and it doesn't cause issues with other parts of the game. But I would say that it's a pretty simple solution for a pretty simple problem. And I hope you found that useful. Let's go ahead and turn this off. That blinking is going to give me problems. Anyway. What was it again? Oh yes, a shout out to our monthly supporters on Coffee. The wonderful people. You know, some aren't monthly, actually. You one-time donators are also cool, too. But yes, a shout out to everybody who keeps us gainfully employed. Yes, indeed. There their names go. And that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss another video. If you wish to support our earnest insanity, you can check the links in the description to donate or buy merch. Until next time, goodbye.